What's up? What's going on? How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? My peeps, my peoples, we are in the building. Peep Squad, what is going on? We got a whole lot to get into, a whole lot to talk about, a whole lot of shadiness, a whole lot of flip-flopping, and a whole lot of tag team. I'm going to get you out here in these streets. And who got the dirty jaws and who got the bloomers? Like, what's going on? OMG, Natalie is being called out for being fake and not being a friend. And Jela, she's basically the one that's calling out Natalie, and it seems like she wants to go toe-to-toe with Natalie, but Chrisean Rock is stopping her because, you know, we ain't trying to get kicked off the show. Fall back. So let's get into it. And whoever thought that Scotty was actually going to pick a team and pick a side, baby? And she chose Jela, Chrisean Rock, and maybe Ann. Ann is going back and forth. Ann, where you stand, girl? Okay. She probably ain't going to stand next to Rollie Pollie because Rollie Pollie done put them polies on her. Okay. For real, for real. So in any event, let's get into tonight's episode. I believe it's episode 7. I'm not sure. It could be, but this is from episode 6. And this is when it comes down to the situation where we got Pollie out here going toe to toe with Jela. And then Chrisean, she jumps into the situation. She tried to get a swing on. She tried to get a hit on. She tried to do her thing, but she said every time she, tapped Rollie, it felt like she wasn't doing nothing to her. She said she felt like it was weak. I was like, oh, she felt like she was a pillow. She was a cushion. She didn't know what was going on. And she didn't really think it had any effect. And Rollie co-signed and said, that little girl was hitting me. I didn't feel nothing. I was like, who's this? And then, but in any event, Jayla did get the first swing off and she hit Rollie right in the dome, baby. So we got that situation. But in any event, going down to it when it comes to Rollie and Jayla, I'm watching last episode and this episode, baby. It was definitely a tie because they was all swung up next to each other. And when they actually was making contact, both of them had their hands open when they was on top of the grass. Okay. And then they ended up getting close together and it was too close to really make them punches really hurt or get around. They had one head on one side, one head on the other side, holding each other like they was hugging, singing Kumbaya. Please let me warm up out here with this hot chocolate. Let's make some s'mores, going on situation. But in any event, when it comes down to Pollie, she thinks she won. When it comes down to Jayla, she thinks she won. And I just say it's a tie. Chrisean won her destiny. She won, her little entanglement that she had with Slim, and Slim ain't no joke out here. Slim ain't scared, but Slim got, she kept getting rocked. Slim was just scratching and pulling hair, trying to scratch and trying to pull hair, and she wasn't really making any contact. She fight just like Natalie. So her and Natalie should be going toe to toe because they both have the same type of skills and everything. But when it came to Slim, she wasn't giving up and she wasn't stopping and she just kept going. She was basically out here wanting to swing and bang, and she got bang, bang. I was like, girl, you got banged out here in these streets. And so in any event, moving on from that situation, we got Rollie, trying to get up, they just going toe to toe, with this whole situation. And then we have Slim comes up, she comes behind the side and she gets through security, she gets through everybody real quick, and she grabs Chrisean's hair and she's pulling it. She's kind of like stabbing her nails in her face. It doesn't seem like she's swinging, but in any event, she's holding on for dear life, and she got her from behind and she's pulling her neck and she's pulling her hair and everything. And Chrisean didn't know what hit her or what happened or what went down until she can get herself into control. What's up, Sky Nunu? And see, this is, Slim, pulling the hair, baby, just pulling the hair. It is what it is. She's pulling the hair. And then Rock is trying to get her balance again because she came out of nowhere. And so now she turns around, she gets her balance, and then it's all over for, Slim. But Slim was, swinging them, them straws around, and, she wasn't connecting. Even when it came to Chrisean, she was like, she wasn't even hitting me. She was missing all over the place. And so, they have a little tug of war. Believe Chrisean pulled out some of Slim's hair, and then they going toe to toe. We got Rollie. She's trying to run up and basically jump in from the behind. Okay, she's trying to get in from the behind, and then Jela, she's trying to run her too because she want a piece of Slim, because Slim is on the other side of security. But you see the cameraman, he done fell, y'all. I think either Jela, her running up, she kind of like pushed him or something, but I don't know. I think she bumped into him trying to get there as quick as she can. And while Rollie Pollie is walking up that driveway like a turtle, baby, she's running over there. And I think she bumped into the cameraman, and you see him right there almost slipping a little bit, and then he slips and he hits the ground. You see a man laying down on the ground, and now you see Jela. Jela's getting closer, to Slim, and so she's getting real close to Slim. She's she may have made contact or not, but the cameras was really focused on this part. The cameraman that was supposed to get that part, he's laying on the ground, y'all. Okay, and so Chrisean is basically, she won't let go of Slim's hair. And then we have Jada, she's running up, and then Rollie trying to climb up that mountain, y'all. Cameraman flipped over on two sides. So the side that we're supposed to see, he's down on the ground because he got his camera hit the ground and everything. And Rollie Pollie finally makes it up there, and she ends up getting a sneak punch on Chrisean, and she pulled her hair, but it's not really a sneak punch because Chrisean, she jumped into Slim's altercation that she was having with Jela, and so therefore now she got her get back, and she wouldn't let go, and she was holding on for dear life. And this is why Rock was so upset, because she said, somebody punched me in my face, somebody hit me from the back, and that was none other than Rollie Pollie. So Rollie Pollie got there, and she got Chrisean, and she got her by that hair, and she ain't trying to let go, baby. I was like, Lord have mercy. It is going down in this situation. And so now Rollie and Chrisean are going back and forth. We got Ann, she just watching. Natalie's glad that she's not beefing. She got her clothes inside out, and she's like, stop, you guys, stop. But she's the one that started the whole situation. She's the one that got everything popping and everything going. And so now you have Jela. She's being held back by the big security guard. She knocked over the cameraman, so we didn't get to see if she got a lick on Slim. And then Slim is being held by security. Her hair's flying everywhere. It's been pulled out. And we got Rollie. She's still entangled, with Chrisean. Okay, so in any event, when it comes down to the situation, they was going in. But nope, only person that got beat down was Slim, but Slim was trying her best. You see the camera's still on the ground. The camera guy's on the ground, so we don't know if Slim and Jela got into it again, but the way that they talked for the rest of the episode, they didn't. There was no contact right there. Security got her first, and therefore they was focusing on Jela, and that's when Rollie Pollie, she basically clams up the driveway, and then she got her hits on Rock, and she returned the favor. And this is why Rock was so upset, and they had to wait outside for hours, chase her around, because she wanted to get back, because she felt that they got the best of her, and she couldn't calm down because she was in a very her defenses from Rollie coming up from behind, it was what it was, y'all. Chrisean said that somebody punched her in the face, McCoy. She said somebody punched me in my face and punched me in my face and pulled my hair, and that's why she was not going to get back on the bus, because she wanted to keep going because somebody got her from behind, and that person was Rollie. Okay, I just showed the pictures of it. I didn't show the picture of her punching, but I showed her going in, and then she swung and she grabbed her hair. One hand with the hand, one hand that she swung. You can go back and watch the video and put it on slow mo, because that's exactly what I did. Because I was like, yo, like, just trying to make sure that, you're not saying somebody got really rocked. Rollie didn't get rocked, but Jada got the best of her when she punched her first. But after that, they was slap boxing, and then they was all entangled up with each other, like hugged up with the security right in the middle. So that really, security won that fight. But when it comes to Rock and Slim, Rock won all day, every day. I don't know what Slim was doing. She was glutton for an ass whooping. But then Slim did turn back around, baby. Because while they had Chrisean on the ground trying to hold her down because she just got into an altercation, with Big Girl, with Rollie, that's when Slim came and she started kicking. I don't know if she actually made contact. Look, she made contact with one feet, but since her feet were right there and you can see, where Chrisean is at, she starts to kick, and she's kicking at, Chrisean. I was like, Lord have mercy, it is going down, baby. I mean, they was out here wilding in that driveway, doing way too much. And baby, security, you guys, it's just too many of y'all. It's just too many of y'all. But Slim definitely needed that protection, because then Slim got caught up again. And while Rollie's over there yelling and screaming, talking about dirty, smelling this and that, Chrisean end up, getting close to Slim again, and the cameras caught a little bit of that, and Slim is on the ground, y'all. I'm just like, And so now we got Rollie. She's talking all crazy out here in these streets, y'all. She's yelling, she's screaming, she's calling Jada, she's calling Jela, ugly and everything, and basically saying she looks like a Q-tip, saying that she looks, she's bald headed, she ain't got no edges, and calling her ugly, saying she ain't pretty. I was like, yo, Rollie, why you saying all that? That is not true. Why are you talking bad about that girl and calling her ugly and everything? Like, that ain't right. And so Jayla, she's basically saying she's jealous. She's jealous, and she knows my face is okay, my hair's okay. I was just like, Lord have mercy. It is going down in this situation. And Rollie's talking about Chrisean having dirty panties, dirty underwears, and all this other stuff. I was like, Lord. And then she's saying that her twat smells bad. It doesn't smell good. She's going in telling her to do all these things that she can do, to make it smell good down there. I was like, girl, like, calling somebody ugly and doing all that is not, you should not be doing that. The last person in the world that should call anybody ugly, baby. If you don't have a wig on and makeup, I don't know what to say about you. We see you right now, bald from the side, baby. You let somebody cut your forehead hair off, your sides and everything. And so I guess, she's talking about herself and she's talking about Jayla. And so in any event, you got her screaming, calling this and that dirty, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And Jayla is basically saying you wasn't gonna jump Rock. You guys got beat down. It was no beat down. The person that got beat down is Slim. Slim is the only person that got beat down. Okay. So in any event, moving on from that situation, now the girls going back and forth and arguing, and you got Rollie out here saying, Jayla, you're fake because you was just talking about Chrisean over here on the patio and all this other stuff, saying you a follower. I don't know why you following behind her. For some reason, none of the girls like Chrisean now. Okay. I guess she's getting too much attention. I guess she's getting too much camera time. I guess her ADHD, is bothering them. Maybe because she's too young. Maybe because she's too fly. Maybe because she's too pretty. That's one of the reasons, but also she's kind of immature and she is like a kid. You know what I mean? So therefore, when they want her to be quiet, she ain't being quiet or listening, or she's not having a proper response that they want her to have. But in any event, she is the show. Okay, you guys are add-alongs to the situation. So in any event, with that situation going on, so that was the whole beef. That was the whole fight. Nobody got rocked other than Slim. Slim got rocked, to the baddest. And, Chrisean jumped in the fight to help Jayla, with Rollie. And then Rollie jumped in the fight while Chrisean was fighting Slim, and she got her hits in. Slim got little hits there, and other than pulling hair and kicking, because it didn't seem like anything that Slim was throwing was actually connecting. Okay, and so I don't know why. I don't know how Rollie and Jela are running around basically saying that they beat this, they beat that, and blah blah blah. No, you didn't. You didn't. You didn't. Don't. You didn't. Only person that got that title is Chrisean, okay? And so they arguing back and forth. So they talking about each other and things of that nature. And so, now they can't go nowhere. They don't got the pink bus. We have Chrisean, she's basically walking around the house, basically having a whole security team follow her around. She's looking at water, she's looking at birds, she's looking at everything because she's trying to get to Rollie, or she's trying to get to Chrisean. But she said somebody punched me in my face and pulled my hair. They got me from behind and I ain't letting it go. It's on. And that's why she couldn't let it go, because she felt that they got the best of her. And so therefore she ain't trying to get on the bus. She's trying to square up right now. Okay. And Rollie is right now, she got a hurt finger. And what's her name? Miss Slim don't look good. Miss Slim got, scratches all over her. Slim is now talking about Chrisean, basically saying that, she was borrowing her shorts and things of that nature. I don't know why Chrisean didn't come with no weed. I don't know why she didn't come with no extra clothing, because now these girls are clowning her, saying that she's borrowing their clothes and she's begging to smoke every day. Maybe because she's on the run, because she said she was on a run in the episode and she's glad that she's not on the pink bus. But in any event, I was just like, okay, like, she's using them for their weed or whatever, and they've been smoking with her and they were cool. So I'm just like, I don't know why the girl didn't have her own weed. Y'all tell me why she didn't have her own trees. Like, this is crazy. So she got the guys chasing her around the house, and then you have Jada. Hey, what's up, Miss Nina Bug? How you doing? And you have Jada's on the bus. She's talking, reckless. And basically she said, anybody want it can get it. I beat her up. I beat Rollie up. Like I said, I told you I don't talk. I throw. And yes, you did do that, but you did not beat Rollie up. You did not beat Rollie up. That didn't happen. Okay. But in any event, she's basically saying that, they tried to jump, Chrisean, and Rollie is denying that allegation. She said she wasn't trying to jump. She said after, Chrisean finished fighting Slim, because that wasn't even a fight. That wasn't even a fight. That was just practice for Chrisean. That was practice. Slim is practice for anybody, she's not even a punching bag, because you break her bones if you really hit her right. If you hit her in them ribs and you hit her in her jaw, Lord have mercy, she be gone. But that's the situation. So in the event, she's on the bus and she's really mad. Jela is really mad, and basically she's saying this and she's saying that. She was like, all these side conversations, and she's talking about Natalie, and she's thinking like Natalie got something to do with the situation, because Natalie's having side conversations and things of that nature. So she's calling out Natalie, and she was having side conversations with Natalie, but Natalie did not appreciate when Jela was basically, teaming up with Rock, as far as when Natalie was like, get off the bus, you guys get the effing off the bus, basically trying to kick Rock off the bus. Jela was having conversations with Rock and basically ignoring Natalie. So Natalie feels a certain type of way about that. And then they've been talking about each other behind the scenes. Okay. So, I think Natalie feels like Jela is competition, because they came in his house like they was like, road dogs, and they really are friends, and blase in the third, but it switched up real quick, because it seemed like Jela felt like, she wanted to be on Rock's side, like, because a lot of people in the house don't like Rock. They don't like her, but and also Jela wanted to pick somebody that can fight. Jela, she she wants to pick somebody that can fight as well, and she's saying that Natalie's always going to be shaky, and that's Natalie. Natalie is going to do Natalie. Natalie is going to, fuel the fire. And I told you these guys has been fueling the fire, because that's why Persuasion and Rock, Natalie souped up Persuasion to test Rock, all right, and then souped up Rock like, yo, they talking about you, girl. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of back and forth, and I'm pretty sure the TAs and the people that are working there are going back and telling the other one what the other one said. Okay, so you got that situation. So I was just like, So she's mad now, and her and Natalie are not on good terms at this point. I was just like, oh boy. And then Chrisean would like ask Natalie, like, what's up? Like, did I do anything to you? I haven't talked about you. No, I don't want to talk about that he said, she said stuff and whatever. And then Natalie was like, I don't got a problem. I don't got a problem with nobody. And it was like, well, you kind of acting that way. And then you got Jela basically saying, Jela, she's basically saying, like, anybody can get it. I told you I ain't playing, blahs in the third. You line them all up. I'm going to take them all down. She's talking mess. And basically it's directed towards Natalie, because she's talking right next to Natalie. And Natalie doesn't want to hear about them having a fight or whatever, because they're trying to talk to her about the fight. Natalie's not trying to hear it. And then Natalie doesn't ride in the same bus as them or van, but Natalie was told to get up out the van. Okay, for her to ride with the other girls. So in any event, Chrisean and Jela feel a certain type of way about these side conversations that's coming to fruition. And you have Rock, she's sitting out there trying to wait out the security guards, talk to the birds and everything. And then you have the other girls, they get medical treatment. They got the first aid kit out. These people ain't got on gloves. They don't got nothing. They're wrapping up stuff. They're patching up stuff. They ain't got no gloves on. They ain't got no mask on. They don't got nothing on. They just, they don't act like these kids are their kids, y'all, sitting there patching them up so they don't got to go to the hospital. And so at this point, Natalie and Jela are not seeing eye to eye on anything. And Chrisean is calling out Natalie. And if you can see at the side, at this particular picture, it looks like she did get hit in the eye. And I believe that is from Rollie. You know what I mean? And so then you got Slim over here trying to get herself together, baby, because it went all downhill. And you got Rollie talking about that she beat somebody down. You did not beat nobody down either. Stop talking all that craziness that you fell, you lost your balance. Nobody else fell but you and the cameraman. And so don't be acting like you did all this and did all that. Okay, just stop it, because it wasn't that type of fight. Okay, security won that fight. So if you can see her, I look a little bit bruised. If you can look at Chrisean, because that's why she's mad. Somebody hit me in my face. I ain't letting them go. And then Natalie comes into the kitchen where they getting their medical treatment. See, they putting ace bandages on. They putting bandages, alcohol, cleaning up stuff. None of them got on no gloves at all, point blank, period. And so in any event, Natalie is basically saying that she's feeling a certain type of way when it comes to Jela. And she's not liking what Jela is doing. And like, when did Jela and Chrisean team up? And now we got, Rollie out here telling the business, saying that Jela is out here talking about people and talking about her, and she planned this, and she's getting the girls riled up and all this other stuff. And Natalie says, I know. So they going back and forth, and they talking because they all been talking behind each other's back. Okay, Natalie was talking about everybody behind their back, and right now Natalie is feeling cool with these two because Chrisean got on her nerves, and she don't like it that Jela and Chrisean hooked up. So you got that situation. So I'm just like, So this is the other angle of Chrisean's face. And then, the ladies are out there on the bus because Rollie and Slim, hey, what's up, Norris, Tony, would not be able to get in, go outside because Chrisean wasn't going to let that happen. So anyway, they're having these private conversations, and basically when it comes to Jela, she is telling Rock that I'm gonna let you do your thing, handle your business, blase in the third, but if anybody try to jump, you'll get in your way, I'm gonna jump in, but I'm gonna let you handle your own battles. And Chrisean was like, nope, I can't let that happen. I can't let you do that, because anybody put hands on you, they putting hands on me. So if anybody try to come after you, Jela, I'm gonna be there for you. I don't care. So right now, when it comes to Rock, she got the gloves off, and anybody touch her girl is gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a situation, point blank, period. And then we have Rock basically says that she said every time she was hitting, Rollie, she felt like she couldn't feel it. She felt like, she was hitting a cushion. She felt like, she gonna need something to whack her with first, because she feel like what she's doing her don't even touch her. And so that's when Jayla was basically saying, I already beat her up. You don't need a girl. You did not beat her up. Okay. So I'm just like, this is delusional talk over here when it comes to Jayla. I'm like, what? But in any event, she feels like she won. Rollie feels like she won, so it is what it is. And basically, they're having their kumbaya moment at this point in time. And so it's going to be what it's going to be. It's on and popping now. And then we got, Slim and Rock. They outside. They're talking about, Chrisean. They're talking about Jela. And when it comes to Rollie, she's basically saying that she would go toe to toe with, Rock again. And she knows that she wants to go toe to toe with Rock again and everything like that. And that's when Slim jumps in and says, oh, I want to go toe to toe with her. You take Jela and I will take Rock. Like, girl, like, you should not be taking nobody. You should just stop. First, put on some weight or whatever. Get your muscle tone together. Get that body together. Get healthy before you're out here fighting. Then also take some fighting classes, because when you was throwing the shoes, they miss. When you was throwing your punches, they miss. And you have plenty, ample amount of time to actually have your hands balled up and get Rock, and you was not able to. Okay, your hands was wide open. You was trying to scratch and pull hair. So I don't know what you talking about. You are very delusional, girl. Very delusional. And so they're talking, and then they're talking about, Rock begging for weed, always asking for, like, can I have a little hit? Can I touch this? Can I touch that? The girl done use my shorts and everything and all that situation. And you see Rollie, her hand is all bandaged up and everything. So, they got a whole thing going on. Natalie comes out and she was like, Natalie's bigging them up like they did something wild and crazy. She's like, that fight was on the 10. Like, Natalie, you're another one that's a gasser upper. And so Natalie's basically saying that she's not feeling Jayla at all. And then we have Rollie basically calling Jada ugly, Q-tip head, yellow head, blending her makeup with her weave and with her wig, and her waves are blended in with her makeup. Somebody should show you how. I was like, I can't believe you even talking like that crazy about antibody. Like, what's going on? Like, this, what's up, Black Lavender? Like, this is crazy. Like, this is ridiculous. So in any event, you got that situation. And Natalie's so Natalie and Jayla are friends, but they're both talking behind each other's back or whatever the case may be. They just found some new friends in the situation. So, and so Natalie's being shady, and she asks the girls, what about them dirty panties? And so we have, the ladies or Rollie basically saying that them white panties were so dirty and crusty and nasty, that them green panties that she had, that green panties that she had on 2 days, they were so filthy, nasty, and disgusting. And, you couldn't even wash them if you tried them. And she was talking all this mess. And then Rollie was also talking outside at the other house, in Charlotte, basically saying that Blueface only used protection with Rock. And she's saying that, I don't know why, Rock is bragging about having a man that used protection with her. So I guess, maybe he don't want to have a kid, and maybe she don't want to have a kid. I don't know. I guess maybe you let everybody come in there without it. Or if you're in a relationship for a few months, you just let them hit it like that. Like, I don't know what's going on. I don't even know. Sis, what? I have no idea. I got to go check. Because I can't see it. I can't see it in StreamYard. I can't see it in StreamYard. And so in any event, moving on from that situation, but the fight was crazy. The fight was crazy. So it was like everybody did a little something. Everybody got a little something off, but nobody got something off where other than Rock. Like she she didn't have that much time with Slim, but Slim was just like Slim Pickens. Like I said, fighting Slim is like practicing. You know what I mean? They give you a crash dummy. And so we have Jada. She's over here, Jela. She's over here basically telling the girls about this and that, blah, blah, blah. She confirms that she was talking about Natalie. And she said whatever she could say about Natalie, she could say it to their face. Blase ain't a third. She talks about the fight. And she said basically that, it was shady because Natalie chose to go to the club without Jayla and Rock. She didn't want to party with you two because she done already tried to kick Rock off the bus. She wanted Rock to be quiet so she can brag about being in Hollywood for 15 years, and Rock wouldn't give her time to shine while the camera was on, so she was feeling a certain type of way about her. And if you also seen some videos of Rock being out, sometimes she gets really, really intoxicated where Blueface be carrying her. She be blind. She be lit to the stars. Okay. So in any event, they went out to the club here. Nobody had to babysit her. But I just think Natalie was being mean about the situation. And she was trying to show Jayla that, yo, listen, why are you choosing her side? So Jayla was pissed about it. And she said that she saw Slim come into the door. And she said, oh, all these mother effers out here want to be, fake. This is what Jayla is telling the girls. And I'm going to tell you, when she's telling this to Rock, and the girls, Rock seems very confused. She seems like she doesn't understand. Or she has a delayed, reaction to what the word is. So she don't even really know what's going on. And she's just depending on, Jayla to actually tell her what's actually happened, what actually went down. But she is smart. Takes her a little bit of time to figure it out. But she's also naive because she was cool with these girls. I don't even know why they got a problem with her now just because she was talking. The girl probably got ADHD. Y'all know how she was raised and how she grew up. No compassion and no adult, like these ladies are not showing, like this is not the show, but these ladies are not showing like, any mother instinct or any like sisterhood or any compassion or just caring or any type of nurturing qualities. And only person that seems like is doing that is Jayla, and she seems like she's real about that with Rock. I don't know because they're calling her a clout chaser, but it seems like she's being real about it. Like she understands like this girl. You got Persuasion coming. You got Natalie want, Persuasion to go in with Rock and being disrespectful to Rock and talking about she smell and she stink and things of that nature. So I don't know. They were saying this early in the season. So I don't know if her coochie's funky, but I don't believe it's funky because she's dating Blueface. She lived with him. They live together. I know he's not with no funky, smelling punani. Come on. So, I'm just like, squad. Let me see if I can jump into YouTube, bro. Let me see if my YouTube is open. Let me go to video. I'm just like, yo, this is just crazy. And then I just kept watching the fight in slow-mo. That's in the beginning of the video. But hold on. You guys hold on for a second. Let me see if I can get into this. Okay, because sometimes. Okay, now I'm in YouTube. Okay, there we go. Y'all know I be forgetting a lot. I be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna look into it, and shit happens like life. So in any event, we have this situation going on, and now I got to get out of this screen and get back into that screen. Okay, like what's going on? Why am I playing with myself right now? Jayla really looks like a handsome squad war, though. Lord, you dissing her too. Okay, so we have Jayla. Yo, you just dissed her. You just read her really bad. Like what? So in any event, we have her basically saying this, and it seems like Chrisean is trying to pick up what she's saying and trying to understand what she's saying. I don't know. They're probably missing that weed because basically you got Slim and Rollie saying that these girls can't even afford to smoke. They didn't even bring their trees. They're bumming. Like, that's the worst when somebody's bumming off of your weed or your cigarettes or your liquor. You know what I mean? Especially they're supposed to be ballers and shop callers. Like, y'all ain't got no dope man to deliver y'all your weed. Like, come on. Can't Instacart that. Like, you didn't come prepared, put it in security, luggage. Like, meet meet me at the spot. It's going down. Like, but in any event, so we got all that going on. And this is when Jela is basically saying that she believes that Natalie's doing this and Natalie's doing that. But one thing Chrisean did pick up on, she said Natalie is the mastermind behind all this. And yes, she is. She got them all banging, whether it cost her friendship. And Jayla's feeling like that when the cameras come on, it's a whole different situation. And then Rock is calling out Slim, because she's like, Slim, I threw the water bottle at you, but why didn't you pop off then? Because there was no cameras. And so Slim said, she let it go, and then she ended up fighting Chrisean the next day or whatever the case may be. So it was like, I don't even know why Slim wanted to get beat up on camera. Do you get extra money if you get beat up? I don't know. Do you? I don't even know why she should have did that off camera, but she did it on camera to get her camera time and maybe be asked to come back again, y'all. But in any event, you have that whole situation, but Chrisean never really understood why she threw the water bottle at Slim. So, Chrisean is saying that she's not going to let these girls bully her. She's been getting bullied, and they might have been talking about her and probably making fun of her and things of that nature because, she's kind of like socially awkward and this type of environment with women that she don't know that are older than her. Then you got to watch out for them, and then she's looking for something different from them and she's not getting it. Then she's being herself, which is like an ADHD kid, and things of that nature, and they're not feeling that situation. Then on top of that, she is popping. She got music. She's dating a hot dude that they go viral like 3 to 4 times a week. They go viral on the Shade Room all the time, millions and millions of views on what she be doing. She be hanging out with A-listers, bowling with them, and doing things of that nature. So maybe that's the situation. But in any event, why did she throw the water bottle at Slim? You know what I mean? Was she bullying Slim at that part? Because Slim was like, because Jela, actually, confronted Slim, saying to Slim, like, oh, you guys are being fake. You're all acting funny because y'all are going out and y'all are not saying nothing. And so Jela is saying that she had a situation. She wasn't involved in the situation, and she was having her own situation. And maybe Rock, thought that when Slim was having her situation with one of her friends, that it was at her, so she threw the water bottle. But that was between Slim and Rock. You know what I mean? So she threw the water bottle at her for no reason. I'm not even knowing what's happening, what's going on. Is that what you're saying? Or was it something planned? Because these ladies are being very sneaky with whatever's happening off a camera. So I don't know if Slim was getting funny with the situation. And Rock is saying, when I threw the water bottle at you then, why didn't you come through? So I know that always doing something behind scenes. She is. You definitely know she is. Point blank, period. And so, she's explaining that situation, and we see Scotty too hottie. She's basically she's team, Jela, and she's team Rock, and Bree is team Bree, because Bree's gonna be in this circle, then Bree's gonna be in the other circle. But it seems like Jela is going to, she's gonna be looking at Bree in a certain type of way, because she's gonna flip on the other side. And you see Ann is not, I don't see Ann, so Ann is with the other girl. So something happened in the airport that they didn't record and they didn't let us see. Okay. And so now, as she's explaining this whole story, Rock has this face on. I just caught this emotion because she like Jayla is talking about what happened and everything. She's like, yeah, that's it. That's what happened. Yeah. And it almost just seemed like it's trying to click in her head, because maybe she don't even remember what went down. And she said, I don't know why you want to fight me. You want to smoke with me because you know what I'm going to do to you. And so we got these girls out here talking about they beggars, baby, that they're begging out here in these streets. Rock reminds me of a young girl I used to know from work. She just needs more positive friends that are older. Yes. I wonder why. I know. New beginnings. I don't even know. Yeah, that's all she needs because she wants to learn. That's one thing, is she wants to learn. And that's one good thing. And then she's very trusting, and she wants support from the ladies, because she said it should be us against that, us against all the people that we may have encounter. And then you can see that she prays a little bit, but at the same time she does have these kid ways that the other girls are pointing out, like, oh, that's so bad, and we can point out their ways, like, oh, that's so bad about you, that's why we won't hang with you. And so I'm saying that's why it seems like these girls, don't have any type of, you know um like nourish, like that, like, so the thing that, a lot of women have, and a lot of women don't have it, but being very nourishing someone, and being very compassionate, and being motherly, and trying to help another woman out. Or, oh, I used to be that way when I was younger. I couldn't wipe my ass if I depended on it. Oh, I shaved my legs wrong, but somebody came and told me. And that's what she's kind of looking for, or she was looking for. But at the same time, Rock gets drunk too, and she acts a fool. So that's another thing as well. And then she bumming weed, like you can't be a bad bee and you out here bumming weed all day. And so now you got that situation. So the ladies that get into the airport, something happened at the airport, y'all. Something went down at the airport, because now the group has switched up again. Now you have no, Ann is still with them, my bad. Now you have Bree, Persuasian, Slim, Rollie, and Natalie all rolling together. But I think Bree can kind of go back and forth, but I don't think that she's gonna be able to go back and forth with Jela. Jayla's gonna be like, ugh. But I think that she's not playing both sides. She's just really trying to stay neutral, and she really don't want to fight. And that's the situation. Natalie's talking mess. Natalie's trying to get the girls riled up, calling now she's calling Jayla fake, and I don't know why she team up with that girl. She's supposed to be my friend. She could call me, and she told me I should call her. She had an issue. She just mad because I didn't invite her to the club, because she got a new friend that she want to hang around, and all this other stuff. And so now they're going back and forth, and there's some other things that happen at the airport, and Persuasion look like she's team Natalie totally at this point in time. Well, Natalie set you up to get your ass whooped, girl. And so now this is the other team, Jela and Scotty Too Hottie, and you have Rock. They basically is teaming up. And you also have Ann out here, talking about Natalie, saying Natalie needs to grow up. Natalie needs to do this. Natalie needs to do that. She should pass on the torch. She's an OG. She should be intervening. Shouldn't be starting this commotion. She should, be, a referee, or she'd be, an interpreter. I was about to say an interpreter. She should be the one that's supposed to overlook the group and basically mediate with the group, and things of that nature. And Ann is feeling a certain type of way. She said, every time I come here, I try to look ugly, because I don't know if I'm going to get beat up. I feel like I look ugly, or it's been a war zone. And she's calling out Natalie. And it almost seems like Rock said that she had everybody's back in that van. But she definitely said, if anybody touch Jela, is going to be a problem in a situation. And then also, when it comes to Jela, she is basically staying in the airport. So what went down in the airport, I guess it got even worse in the airport. And Jela is saying that Natalie was in front of her, and Bree and Persuasion was behind her. And then Persuasion and there was like, oh, why are you talking about Natalie like that? That's your friend, like talking behind her back, blase and the third. And so that's when Jela said that whatever I said about her, I could say it to her face. Whatever I said about her to anybody, I told it to her face. I could tell her anything I want to tell her, and I have told her what I said. And then she said that she asked Natalie, did I tell you what I said? Natalie said yes. And so Jayla is saying, so what's the problem? Why are you worried about if I'm talking about her or not? I said it to her face. So basically, so she's admitting that she was talking about the girl, but Natalie was talking about her too. So, and everybody anybody else in the house, point blank period. So in any event, she don't understand why Bree and Persuasion was questioning her at the airport when she done already talked to Natalie about the situation. So she's feeling a certain type of way about that. And so Persuasion was like, be quiet, you guys are too loud, we in the airport, you're gonna cause confusion, you're gonna cause this, you're gonna cause that. And so it's just one of them situations where, okay, that's why we see Persuasion on the other side. So now it's going to be what it's going to be. Rock said that she is happy to be in these vans because she said God works in mysterious ways, because she is on a run and on the run, and that pink bus basically puts a target on her, and at this time of point she might have been on a run. And so I'm just like, oh my God, like this is crazy. Natalie do too much. I don't know, new beginnings. Natalie is close to 40, Natalie is a mess. And so, you can see Scotty, she's upset. So we're gonna see if Scotty got it going on. And we see Ann. Ann hasn't said nothing about nobody in a minute because she got caught up talking about Chrisean and Jela, and then she got into a fight with Rollie, and then Rollie and Slim are together. So Rollie came and apologized and whatever, they're supposed to be cool, but it seems like she chose a side. And not too long ago Chrisean was on live and she said Ann and what's her name, Scotty, they're really cool people and she's really cool, and she's really cool with them, and they talk and whatever. Yes, it was. It was very intense. Yes, it was. Yes, it was, Norris. I talked about that in the beginning of the video. It was a whole lot of different parts going on in that whole fight. So, now Natalie's basically telling the girls, she's basically getting the girls, pumped up and amped up to basically do stuff. You see her, she's like, she's all giggling about the stuff. And I think that Natalie's really protected because Natalie would have been on that ground. Natalie was going to be on that ground, but they were probably told if they put hands on Natalie, they're off the show. And so you got the other girls, they're basic. And then they did talk about Rollie's purple underwears that was laying on the floor. They was talking about how big her underwear was because they was talking about Chrisean underwears and things of that nature. So I don't know, but basically, and you have Rollie basically still talking about that Chrisean punani smells bad. Okay, so but in any event, Rock said that she's fighting anybody. Everything's on site. She said she's fighting before anybody fights. She said if somebody fights before her, she's gonna jump into the fight. And as you can see, when it comes down to Slim is look at Slim's face. Look at Slim's face. So here we go. Now that have the face off. Natalie's talking about we're gonna be in two houses, Blase ain't a third. These girls want to do this, these girls want to do that. If you guys can see it in yourself to want to do things and blah blah blah, let's do this. And Jayla was like, why can't you look me in the face? Why can't you look me in the face? And she's about to go off. Rock stops her because Rock don't want her to get in because she done already worked herself up the whole ride that Natalie's this and Natalie did that, Natalie did this, and there's a whole behind the scenes because she was behind the scenes with Natalie at first, but once she started to get closer to Rock, that was a whole situation. And Scotty is feeling like that Natalie should be on these girls' side and not the other girls' side, and she rocked with these girls more than she rocked with the other girls, and they're around the same age other than Jayla. So so the girls are in the houses, and then Jayla says, I'm gonna keep my dog, you keep your bitches on a leash and I'll keep my girls I'm stopping from this and that, stop from doing anything, I'll keep them on their leash. And so that's when Natalie was like, you hear her, they know teams over here, we're all equal bosses. So you see Jayla, she's over here saying that she got bosses out, like she got them on a leash, like she's the leader. And Persuasion said, girl, I ain't on no leash because I ain't no dog. And so, Bree's in the conversation, she's still there. She's basically just trying to, not get into a fight. That's all she's trying to do. And so, Jayla's still mad and pissed. Rock is like kind of over it. She forgot about it. She's in the water. And so Natalie and Jela are going to meet up and have a conversation. Jayla's all crying, talking about, I talk to you every day. I talk to this and that. How can you do that to me? How can you treat me like that? Blase in the third. Natalie's feeling a certain type of way. And she goes, I know that Jela is regretting everything that she did because I know who she is. I talk to her every day. She knows that she done gone too far. So Natalie probably was feeling intimidated that Jela, hooked up with Rock and didn't want her to hook up with Rock because they was going to probably use Rock to fight more than she's fighting much, but it was going to be, oh, we don't like Rock or whatever the case may be. And Rock doesn't really she listened to Natalie, but once she get that alcohol in her system, it's a wrap. And then also she doesn't look at Natalie as I need to listen to you. And because she already feels that Natalie is starting all this mess, because Natalie has been talking to each and every one of them, saying this, saying that, getting them to thinking, So we shall see, y'all. Natalie looks the worst every time I see her on TV. Lord have mercy. Natalie is too old to be on this show. That's what the girls were saying, baby. That fight was very intense. Yes, it was. It was off the chain. Natalie be doing too much. This is episode 7 on the Zeus Network. Isn't Natalie 40? She's 40 something. Exactly. She needs a mentor. Nurturing. That's what I meant to say. Nurturing. My bad. I meant to say nurturing. I wonder why they ever put Rock. I don't even know. So basically, that's it. That is the situation. So y'all tell me what y'all think about the show. Okay, so it's almost about to be over, but Bad Boys. Oh my God, I watched the auditions and it's crazy. Blueface is on there and he's crazy. And Natalie is just Natalie. I think Natalie likes the guys better because, it's not a threat to her, but women are a threat to her. And then she's not going to be fighting guys. And there's a chance that when you want to film, you want to be all up in the camera, you want to be all up in the show, you might get swung on. Okay, Natalie. But Bad Boys 2, the auditions is crazy. Have y'all seen the auditions? You got Q from Black Ink. He auditioned. You have who else? I can't even think of his name from Love and Hip Hop Miami. He thinks he's so cute, but they picked him. He got kicked off the show. Then he went to jail. He got beat up by Chaotic. What is his name? I bet they won't even show his name. Christopher Michael. What's his name on the show? Prince. Yeah, Prince is on there. He auditioned. A whole lot of people did audition for the show, y'all. Yep, he's doing Bad Boys auditions. So if you can square up and if you convince him that you like females, he'll let you get a ticket to the next rounds. And Jonathan on Bad Boys, he done already beat up somebody. Lord. Yes, he is. Yes, she needs to be an EP behind the scenes. That would be the best thing ever if she's the EP behind the scenes. That would take the show a whole long way. But we shall see. Point blank period. But thank you guys for coming through. I'm gonna see you on my other channel. I'm gonna upload some videos as well. We got some other things to talk about. Thank you for coming through. Little Duval, OMG, I can't believe what happened to Little Duval. And then you guys heard about the girl with the HIV out here for 8 to 10 years. Jesus, please take care of yourself. Please love yourself. And please don't just think about the outside. Think about the inside as well. But in any event, the fights was, on and popping. Good night, Much love to each and every one of y'all. Y'all have a good night. That when it comes to women, Natalie is very insecure and jealous. Um, that's what it seems like. That's what it seems like. What, you know, she got jealous of their friendship. Much love to you, Miss Nina Bug. Thank you for coming. Thank you, Stone, for coming. Thank you, Tony, for coming. Thank you guys for coming. I appreciate y'all. Thank you. New beginnings. Much love to each and every one of y'all. I'll see y'all in a few. Thank you. And don't forget to check out the beginning of the video because that's when it's going ham. And you can let me know if you agree or you disagree, if you seen the altercation and you seen how it went down, and did Jela beat up, Rollie, or did Rollie beat up Jela, or was it a tie? And then, check out when what's her name, Slim, got a little bit of hits in, and then Rollie jumped in and got Chrisean while she was busy taking care of Slim. Okay, and then Jela knocking over the cameraman. You can see the cameraman fall in midair. The camera falls, he falls, and that's why we couldn't see the back end if Jela actually got a hold of Slim when Slim ran up behind security and attacked Rock. So let me know what you guys think about that particular part and what went down. And let me know what's Black Lavender. What'd you say? Let me see. Yes, good night. So let me know your thoughts on it.